Hello and welcome to Lok Talks. This is Dr. Lokesh Bhatia. Dear friends, we all have a problem of by default, many of us do think in a very negative thought pattern. What are those negative thought patterns? How to deal with that? How to convert into a positive thought pattern? This is what we are going to discuss in this video. So, do you think negatively all the time? Or when you think of doing something new, something good, then the negative thoughts do bother you a lot, and you keep making plans and you find that you are not succeeding. The negative thoughts are preventing you from doing anything good in life. Don't worry. It doesn't happen only with you. It happens with majority of people, and even the biggest businessmen, the artists, the celebrities, and it definitely happens with those who are successful. But how do they overcome this problem? We are going to discuss this thing. How negative thoughts can be identified and managed, and how to improve our mental health. What are the negative thoughts? The negative thoughts can affect our mental health and to make our lives more difficult. The problem is this much, by overthinking, why we make it this much, right? So the perception, a lot depends on your perception. A lot of people have this much of problem and they take it like this, and a lot of people have this much problem and they exaggerate it. So they make us question our abilities and prevent us from succeeding. The negative thoughts are the thoughts that make us feel very much fearful, make us feel depressed, anxious, full of anxiety, and a lot of uncertainties. They are often excessive or irrational, and they can lead us to underestimate our abilities and opportunities and doubt our capabilities. So, the three main types of negative thought pattern are the range of thoughts in the natural life. Viewing oneself in a negative light, a sense of negative naturalness. How to identify negative thoughts? To recognize the negative thoughts, you have to carefully examine your mental state. Are the same thoughts coming to your mind again and again? Are you finding yourself feeling nervous, negative most of the times? Are you looking at your life priorities in a negative light? So, we'll also discuss how to manage and deal with the negative thoughts, right? Having recognized the negative thoughts, you can take some steps to deal with the negative thoughts. Try thinking positively. Try to substitute negative thought pattern with a positive thought pattern. Try to replace the negative thoughts with the positive ones. And what are the positive thought patterns? We'll definitely discuss in other video. But in a very short, I will try to cover up here. What the other means are to do yoga, to do meditation. Yoga and meditation can help to reduce the negative thoughts, make you more peaceful, make you more, you can find a good companionship. The family members can definitely help you. Spending time with your friends and family can definitely help you to share your happiness. Next important thing is to do journaling, document your thoughts, revise it next day. Try to think about it, whether it is the right way to think. You will definitely able to make out that you can change those thought patterns and then challenge your thoughts. Next important thing is to challenge your thoughts. When you are experiencing a negative thoughts, then question it. Is it really true? Do you have any evidence to support this idea? Change your thoughts. If you experience it that it is repeatedly and you are getting a negative thought, try to replace it with a positive one. For example, if you think you will never be able to do something. So tell yourself that you can do something, and you will work very hard to make it. Step away from your thoughts. If you experience a negative thought, do something that makes you feel happy and relaxed. For example, you can read a book, take deep breaths, pranayam, or spend time with your friends. Right? What are the effects of negative thought pattern on your mental health? Your perception changes a lot. The negative thoughts will affect your mental health in such a manner that it can result in anxiety, it can make you feel depressed, and it can feel that your stress levels are very high. Their timely identification and management can help in improving your mental health. So, the things which you can do in day-to-day life to avoid the negative thought pattern, and I've made a four-pointed things about it to how to identify that. If you are blaming, if you are criticizing, if you are complaining, if you are negatively competing, and if you are comparing yourself. Replace this pattern with gratitude. This is a positive thought pattern I'm talking about. Replace with gratitude, optimism, acceptance, and appreciation. Recognizing and dealing with negative thoughts can be a difficult task, but it is possible. If you suffer from negative thoughts, it is a good idea to consult a qualified therapist, life coaches, or a clinical psychologist. They can help you to deal and to develop a positive thought pattern and to identify your negative thought patterns. So, summarizing again what I have said, the negative thought pattern, how will you identify? B triple C. If you are blaming, if you are criticizing, if you are complaining, and if you are comparing, right? Many times we do develop tendencies to keep blaming the situations, to keep blaming people's behavior, trying to pose every time that you are the right person and the other person is wrong. You will stop evaluating yourself, and you will try, as your now ego is hurted, you are blaming others. Try to identify and think that, is that the right pattern of thinking? Is it the same situation if it will happen? Is that the way again I'm going to think? Whenever we are blaming, I've said this in the previous videos also, if we are blaming, then you are putting one finger on the other person, three fingers towards yourself, and one thumb is facing upwards, means that there is someone else also who is making you to play this, all these things what is happening with you. So try to understand that these are not the situations, and people's behavior is not to be taken on your head so much. You need not to be overthinking so much that you are feeling so bad and you start feeling very guilty about it, you start lamenting about it. No need of doing all those things, right? So try to understand, document your negative thought patterns, and if you are blaming, avoid it, stop blaming it, take the responsibility, correct yourself, stop comparing yourself, stop criticizing people, right? So these are very, very important things we should be avoiding, all these things. And next important thing is, try to appreciate, try to accept the things around you, try to accept people around you, be in attitude of gratitude all the time, right? And the most important, last but not the least, is have an optimistic attitude. Means always, if you can think positively, always if you can think that even the stopwatch also can show the correct time twice in a day, that is the optimistic approach. So that will definitely help you to improvise your thought pattern. Right, thank you very much. All the best. See you in next video.